Okay, today we're going to study the 7th chakra. We're going to present it to you, and hopefully you'll be open to absorb what is needed for you. This chakra is the source and the center of the starting point for all your manifestation and all the chakra energies that we've gone through. It's the entry point of the human life force, which pours endlessly into the human energies system from God. The human energy systems from God. Let's understand that. Or, if you want to call it universe, that's fine. My truth is God. And this is the power from this chakra that will energize and nourish and heal the body, mind, and spirit. It will distribute itself throughout your physical body and also through all your other chakras, connecting to the entire system. Isn't that wonderful? All we need to do is generate these energies in this wonderful power of devotion, of spirituality, thoughts of wisdom, ideas. It's the mystical connection. Isn't that great? Remember that the 7th chakra, let us have a review. I am telling you now that the 7th chakra is creation, transcendation, and also the higher mind. The 6th chakra, or the third eye, is the mind. It's the mind, it's seeing, it's clarity, wisdom. The 5th chakra is your throat, and that's the will. That's the will. The 4th chakra is love, that's your heart. That's love. And the 3rd chakra is self-power. It's where your power points are in your body. And the 2nd chakra relates to all relationships with others. And of course, the 1st chakra, the base chakra, is what? It's your foundation. Each chakra mirrors to the divine being at its own level. And it is capable of expressing itself. Wow. Isn't that wonderful? So we all can be in harmony with one when we get them all working together. So we know that this crown chakra, it extends a bit above the head, above the top of your head. And it has as many as 1,000 petals that we saw on that opening chakra that I showed. 960, some theories say 960, everybody. I think it's a lot, let's say 1,000. But this is the complete center of the cosmic consciousness. The universal force, the vibration of God that represents the conscious and the unconscious. Those are our belief systems. It's the seat of enlightenment. Wow. It's the power of consciousness. The power of consciousness. It's the master spiritual center of the complete mind. In other words, this controls all others. And it is the center of awareness of the cosmic order. And of course, in your body, it's this wonderful golden shade and extends 80 to 100 inches from your physical body. And in this, it holds all kinds of bands. It holds your life bands. And sometimes in your, like karmic issues. This is where it's all stored in this auric field. And of course, this varies, this color varies with some people. It all depends how you develop. Some say it's pure white. Others will say it's purple. Some will say it's gold. Some will say it's shades of violet. I believe it's what the color God wants you to see in your awareness. It could be those shades that are just condensed. So we'll see what your color might be in our meditation. The element that is here is the thought, represents its thought, and it represents the conscious and the unconscious thought structures. And the activation is any time we can activate this open. Some children are born with this open. This is the chakra that we have to work on when we want to make a conscious effort to work on, to open and keep it open in order to be able to go to wonderful places, to receive this wonderful energy. And sometimes it opens in different variations in life, different time spans. And I believe sometimes this opens also, as I said, with the third eye. It opens with when death appears, is approaching. So we know that all these things are energies coming to us. And the connection that this crown has with all of us is it integrates through our entire system. So it works through the entire system. And guess what? It works with the root chakra. So it's the crown and the root. They work together in the causal body. Also, the gland association here is what? Part of the pineal again. It's the pineal gland. The organ is a complete part of the whole brain. The whole brain. The connection with the crown is also connected to the cerebral cortex, and it commands your whole neurological system. So this is very important, what all of these unseen energies, unseen functions, how they work in our physical body. And actually, the functions of this chakra is to unify, to be a unit. We are all one. Also, the universal Christ, the Christ consciousness. Remember, we said this was the cosmic consciousness. The sixth eye, the third eye was the Christ consciousness. See how it all works. This is also Buddha consciousness. And today we know in our world, we are working on that unity. So maybe we're in that whole field where these seventh chakra rays are going to start focusing in on a lot more people than just metaphysicians. Isn't that wonderful? We hear that today. We are one. We're becoming one. So the understanding that we have here is understanding what is unity. What is unity? Unity, I believe, is respect for each other, kindness for each other, and love, love, love. Love the God within the individual. I always say sometimes we don't have to love the personality, but we have to love the God within them, because everyone has that. Also, I think this understanding is what peace is. If we can reach this inner peace and attain this inner peace, we can incorporate all over into our lives and outside our lives. And that's when we start to not only transform, but transform others. And that's what light workers do. They help to show others the way of light and how to help themselves. Not do it for them. No light worker can do it for you. They can help you on your journey. The transformation is you. You. You're the one that's going to have to do the work in order to receive. And it's to radiate, this chakra radiates the love and peace, whatever you want it to do. And this is where we can master that love of peace and bring it to all others. And it's knowledge and truth. When we talked about truth in the throat chakra, it's also most important with the crown chakra. Because this is where they say in a lot of holy books, to thine own self be true. This is why it's so important, and that's in many holy books. So in our journey in life, we have different points on the path. We all have our own understanding of what is the truth. But here, the chakras, we can move toward the goal of reaching the point of knowing our truth. Your truth may be different from someone else's truth when it comes to love, how your feelings, because you know, we're all made unique, so we all have different experiences. No one can teach you how to love. You learn how to love through nurturing, and that comes at a very young age. But you can learn that all through your life. Through what? Through this whole program of the chakras, we learned that. Now, sometimes these are stages in our life, like we had stepping stones in our last meditation, and the stepping stones for realization. The stages of life that we pass through, we know, have to be recognized, released, and let go. It is so easy, but we have to have the desire to do that. We have to have the desire to do that. And sometimes, as for a lot of problems, like when we see, sometimes we see confusion in people when this is completely open, because sometimes they're living in a reality and also in the heavens. They might be going, and that it's confusing for them. And that's why I believe when people get older, they have a lot of confusion, because maybe they don't know if they want to stay or if they want to go. So that's a good way to look at people that get confused, isn't it? Isn't that a wonderful way to look through? Because they're just not, they don't know where they're going. So that could be, as a healer, we know what to do with that. Maybe you need to close that chakra a little bit, or maybe you're going to work on that chakra a little bit. And especially important with, like, when you get older. And a lot of times, when this chakra is opened too fast, not done properly at some point, listening to wrong information, we can have a lot of mental disorders coming from here. And sometimes it's opened without guidance. You know, it's opened too fast. That's why I'm saying it's very important not to do this chakra thing in a 4-hour class or a 2-hour class. You need to work on it week after week. And that's what you're doing here. Because we have to overcome all those negative aspects of our chakras. We can't hold it, because if that Kundalini rises, it won't know what to do. What's it going to do? It's going to just go flip all over there and bring all this other stuff in without being filtered. So if it's not done correctly. And unfortunately, I do know someone that has taken place, that has happened. So, and Dr. Robert Chazan always taught us, don't fuss with the Kundalini. That was 30 years ago. So he knew what he was doing then. But now we can do it. We know we can do it gently. That's the important part. And usually the positive statements of all of this is reverence for all life. That's a positive part. And it's selflessness. It's for someone else's needs. We do it for someone else's needs, not necessarily for our own glory. And it's the ability to see our path. Like, what do you want in life? And so often, it doesn't have to be, you know, we say spirituality. It's a spiritual person within. And sometimes people just hold it there. And of course, you truly know who you are, because the wisdom's just going to flow to you. And someone asks you a question, and all of a sudden you know that you know. And that will happen so often when this crown chakra is opening. And sometimes the more we try to figure out the puzzle of life, the more confused we get. So in other words, sometimes we just got to let God and let these energies work themselves. And you just know that you know. You know that you know. When we talk about the cosmic consciousness, we talk about two things. Cognitive consciousness, it actively thinks, it reasons, it learns, and it stores information. It's in the minds that interface within the world around you. That's the big thing. That's our physical. Then transcendental consciousness is the information beyond the crown. In other words, it interfaces with the realms of the world of spirit, of other things, without anything material. It seems like it floats in a kind of meta-awareness. It just focuses on, it doesn't focus on anything in particular. It's just that you're going to know. It's an opening awareness to beyond earthly information. It just happens. You perceive higher information. We need to go to this unfold information about understanding it because we can move on to a higher information center in other universes and other dimensions. We need to rise to the cognitive consciousness to have greater levels of understanding here, that we can reach all those other consciousness, that we can bring it down so people understand it. In other words, it's like a big umbrella flowing over you. So our thoughts and our words and our actions, they speak on a level that we are in the present. But we can go on beyond, excuse me, we can go beyond the chakras. And we know that we are enlightened because we're all going to bloom within. When we bring that white light in, bring it down, ground us, bring it up again, and reconnect to the all-knowing, the all-wisdom, and the love of God. God bless you. Okay, we're now preparing for our meditation for the 7th chakra. Now, as you know, we always do our grounding. So I want you to stand, and I want you to hold your hands out and place your feet apart about 12 inches. And then I want you to see this wonderful roots growing from your feet, just anchoring you in that wonderful Mother's Earth soil. And as you do that, I want you to feel how nice and warm that soil is, and how it's just flowing all around you and giving you that protection. And as you feel that energy, bring it on up, bring it up through your body, to the top of your head, and then let it embrace you in this wonderful white cocoon of love and protection. And now I want you to do some deep breathing exercises. I want you to breathe in deeply. 1, 2, 3. Exhaling. 1, 2, 3. Inhaling. 1, 2, 3. Exhaling. 1, 2, 3. Now I want you to breathe and let your breath become silent but deep. And with every breath you take, I want you to be completely relaxed. Relax and feel the peace coming all around you. Now bring in that beautiful white beam coming in the top of your head, your crown chakra, the 7th chakra. Bring it down through the center of your spine, moving it down, down, down. Knowing that you're going to stop at the base chakra because you're going to unfold your lotus flower. So we want you to concentrate on your breath. If you miss focus, go back and focus on your breathing. Deep, deep, and silent. Now you're there at the first base chakra. And now you see a red energy moving about and going to the back of the area. And you see it being laced. Wonderful white. This wonderful white. With the red energy flowing within it. And now you're healing this base chakra. Everything that you don't need is being released by the white light. And now you begin to see your petals of your lotus flower beginning to open. You're opening one petal. And then you open another petal. And another petal unfolds. And finally, the fourth petal. Feel how wonderful it feels with all of the petals, the 4 lotus petals opened so, so gently with love. Take a moment and feel that energy. Concentrate on that energy. Isn't it wonderful? Now let us move up to the second chakra, feeling that orange energy moving and going to the back of the area as well as the front. And you see this white light laced among the orange energy that's vibrating in the entire area, healing this chakra. And your lotus petal, you have 4 opened already. And now you're going to be opening another 6. So as you gently see 1 open, the second one opening, the 3rd opening, the 4th opening, the 5th, and the 6th. You have now opened 10 petals. Feeling wonderful with this wonderful newfound energy that you feel in this chakra with this orange ray. Knowing that the white light that laced the orange has taken and purified all within that chakra. Now let us move up to the solar plexus. See the yellow light moving about going to the back of this area. And again you see a white light lacing among this wonderful yellow energy. And it's vibrating and healing within this area. And you may feel flutters in your solar plexus. You feel those flutters, you feel the movement as your lotus petals is now going to be opening another 10 petals. So one by one, open up these petals. Feel the movement of each one as we open up the first one, the second one, and the third one, the fourth, the fifth petal, and the sixth petal, and the seventh petal, the eighth, the ninth, and the 10th. And you feel that wonderful energy as it's moving around. You feel the energy blending together from the first 3 chakras. And you feel the greatness that goes with it. And now let's move the energy up to the heart. And you see this wonderful green energy. And floating on top of the green energy is a brilliant pink beam of energy that is love. And again, you see the outline all laced with the white light. I want you to feel that love that's flowing to your heart. As the pink ray of love vibrates within the entire area, healing you, healing the heart. Feel that love. See the green with a brilliant beam of pink in the center of it. Know that this is healed. And now your lotus flower has now opened 12 petals. You have the 12 petals just open gently as I was talking. And that was the movement within the solar plexus as the petals of 12 opened. And now that it's beginning to open, you might have a wonderful smell of the lotus. Enjoy. Relax. And feel that love in your heart. Now it's time to move up to the throat chakra. See the blue energy moving and going to the back of this area. And again you see a white light laced among the blue energy, vibrating the entire area with healing. The white light is taking all the impurities out of this chakra. And your lotus flower is opening 16 more petals. So as you gently open up all 16 petals, feel the love, feel the energy of divine truth, the energy of divine will and divine protection, divine speech, wow, and all the 16 petals are now opened. Moving up to the third eye chakra. Here we're going to see an indigo or a purplish energy moving about back and forth to the front and the back of this chakra. Once again, you will see a white light that laces all around this wonderful shade of indigo or purplish energy, bluish energy, dark bluish energy, vibrating with a little bit of red. And it's vibrating in this entire area. And you see it through your eye as it's twirling. Then move your eyes up to the center of your forehead. And see the vast, wonderful petals. 96 more petals are unfolding in this chakra. 96 petals. It's beautiful as they are just unfolding and unfolding. And you smell the lotus begin to smell more beautiful. The essence of divine love, divine vision, all seen. And let this new energy of great vision and wholeness go with you as we move to the crown chakra. I want you to see this wonderful, clear, golden light, white light. Maybe a golden flower. Maybe your flower begins white with golden tips. I want you to see your crown